Hey folks, Ron here. Hope everybody's well. Today I'm showing you in a moment. Every time I'm about to show you something, somebody comes by. I'm going to show you the home. It may still be the home. It's pretty well shrouded, as you can see, covered up with that big hedge. But it definitely was the home, and it was in the press. So, um, they basically told you the neighborhood and everything where Bradley Cooper lived and worked. He set up an office as well. I don't know if he had a production company or what, but he had a three-level townhouse. Um, in this building here. All we can really see is the entrance and on back. And there is a camera right there looking right at me. So leads me to believe he still may be there. We'll come back to it. I'm sorry we can't see more than that. I'm sorry that there's a camera moving around staring at me, but that's what happens. All we can really see is this hedge here. One of the first times I really heard of Bradley Cooper, I had of course now he's really big for yet another remake of A Star is Born, this time with Lady Gaga. And like I said, the first time I really had heard of him, not heard of him, but knew that he was kind of a big deal was that, let's see, what can we see here, anything? We can see a gate and a little bit of an office. With all this jazz, I had an acting teacher at UCLA, film acting teacher. He was an actor himself. He was in The Right Stuff. His wife Wendy was an actress, and is an actress, and she was in Bugsy. She played opposite Warren Beatty, and her father actually had been a Broadway actor. But my teacher had told me that he had taught Bradley Cooper at some point, so and he was real proud. Yeah, Bradley Cooper was my student. Probably not too many years before I knew this particular guy, this particular teacher and actor. So you just never know. But yeah, you get in the right place at the right time and you have talent and looks, or at least looks. In this town, in this business, it can be a great thing. So I'm going to show you this little neighborhood also. This is Venice, by the way. Now, Cooper also, here's an interesting note. So, the person currently on title, by the research I was able to gather, happens to be the same person who appears to be on title from the home that Bradley Cooper is supposed to own in Pacific Palisades. 2 homes. Other people have done the research. I wasn't the first. That's why I was able to find them. Both under this one guy's name. So it leads me to believe that Cooper has a connection to both these homes. And I'm going to do the Pacific Palisades home as well. Now it happens to be in a neighborhood, actually on a street I just happened to be on yesterday, so I'm not going back today. I had some other business today and I couldn't get back over there, but I was over at that particular street and neighborhood just yesterday. And it's near, not too far from where I have a vlog on Jamie Lee Curtis's current house, with her husband. So, and I love Rustic Canyon area of Santa Monica. So I'll be back over to the Palisades one too. I'll show you that one as well. But I wanted to show you this townhouse here in Venice, and you can see it's just kind of a, middle class, upper middle class neighborhood. And what I was going to say was, the individual who appears to own or be on title of this property and the Pacific Palisades property where Bradley Cooper is supposed to own a home, probably currently, is a business manager, and I suspect he's, Cooper's business manager. A lot of times the celebrities will put their homes in an LLC or a business manager's name. So we're just going to continue on down in the neighborhood here. I've got the little guy with me. He's having a lot of fun. And then we'll come on back to the house. Okay, we'll see you in a flash. So this neighborhood, it's called Venice by the address. It's also not too far from the vlog I did on the home of Carl Weathers. Boy, let's see, somebody else find that one, huh? So it's, like I say, it's called Venice, and it's not far from the one. Check out the one I did in Carl Weathers. But this is not Venice Beach. Venice Beach is probably 4 or 5 miles from here, so this is a little bit inland. But Venice, Marina del Rey, Culver City, all very close together. And you know, like Marina del Rey turns into Venice, like right at the Venice Pier. So they all kind of intersect. There's some more contemporary buildings you can see here across the way. What they do is they tear down the little, and we're right near Venice Boulevard too. What they do is they tear down the little houses. Actually, this one's been built back up too. They tear down the little homes built in the craftsmen built in the 30s probably, and they build new homes. It's a nice one. Looks like they retained the craftsman style, but obviously they updated this one quite a bit. You tell I might have a connection with real estate? Okay, well, we'll get to that another time. Yeah. So again, it says Venice. I think it technically is Venice, but it's Venice Inland, not Venice Beach, not the Venice Boardwalk that you think of. All right, we'll be right back. By the way, I'm probably one of the few people who does this. I do this on my run too, but I just checked, came across the date that the contractor put on the concrete when he was building the street, at least the sidewalk, and it was 1925. So that shows you how old the neighborhood is. And that's pretty common for these areas near the beach of the west side of LA. If you're on the east coast of the United States, 1925 is nothing. If you're in another country, 1925 is nothing. But for Los Angeles, even San Francisco is quite a bit older, but for Los Angeles, 1925's pretty old. Alrighty, we're doing some real construction here. Look at all this jasmine, it smells great. Jasmine's everywhere, and it's not just night blooming. Look at that house. Just had to show you that one across the way. That's an artist, huh? Yeah. Okay. All right, so we'll take another look at the home. So it's 3-bedroom, 3-bath townhouse with a code to get in. So come on. So Bradley Cooper still may use this as an office, especially because, like I said, the business manager appears to be the front man. So I'm a little fuzzy there again. Why am I fuzzy? Now I'm not so fuzzy. So he may still just use this as a workspace, an office. It's not all that far from Pacific Palisades to here. So if it is something he just uses it as an office, it's quite feasible. We can probably make it in 20-25 minutes if the traffic's moving. And that's a big if, always a big if. And here's the front. Okay, folks, well, I'm going to sign off there. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening. Again, my name is Ron. If you like the channel, please subscribe. And if you do subscribe, please hit the little bell icon next to the subscribe button, and then you'll be indicated as to when I post. Also, please give me likes. That's what helps move the channel along. I would really very much appreciate it. Thanks very much, and we'll see you at the next location. Bye-bye, folks.